Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we'll be taking a look at the new Camp Cretaceous Savage Strike Velociraptor Echo. This figure is part of Wave 3 of the Primal Attack Savage Strikes. It comes in the new Camp Cretaceous style packaging, which is meant to promote the new Netflix series, which is supposed to be premiering, I believe, sometime near the end of August. Now, this figure, along with the rest of Wave 3, has not been found in the US yet. It's been popping up in Australia and a couple of European countries. I ended up ordering the whole wave from Amazon Japan. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to order the whole wave for yourself. Comes to just about 90 bucks with shipping, or about $15 a figure. There's 6 figures in the case, so not a bad price. It just saves you the trouble of trying to track these down in the wild. So anyways, let's just go over the packaging really quick before we crack this figure open. Like I said, it comes in the new Camp Cretaceous style packaging. You got the new Camp Cretaceous Jurassic World logo up there in the corner. You got the Netflix logo up here saying it's a Netflix original series. On the bottom, this would say Velociraptor Echo. If it was in English, it's obviously in Japanese. And on the bottom right here, you have the Toro, the Carnotaurus, along with some of the kids that are going to be popping in the show. Then on the side right here, let me just get my light on it, you got Bumpy, the Ankylosaurus, and the rest of the kid characters in the show. And then on the back right here, you have a picture of the Forward Leap Savage Strike action. We've seen this action feature quite a few times on some of the older Velociraptor figures. And then right here is the sticker book that comes with all the new Camp Cretaceous figures. And then we have that Japanese warning sticker that covers up the bottom of the box. On the bottom right here, there definitely would be some pictures of the other figures in the wave. And that is pretty much it for the packaging. Let's crack this figure open and take a closer look. And here is Echo of the packaging. So let's just address the big issue right off the bat. When this figure was revealed at Toy Fair earlier this year, no one guessed that this figure was going to be Echo. Everyone just assumed it was just another new Raptor color variant. And it's a very nicely painted Raptor. The color scheme is great on it. The paint apps are fantastic. But, you know, if you showed me this figure and held a gun to my head, there's no way I would guess this would be Echo. I did pull up some stills of Echo from the first Jurassic World movie, and she does have this blue striping pattern, but this paint scheme on this Raptor just does not look like Echo, especially that rusty red color that's at the top of her head that goes along her back. It just really doesn't match up to the CGI model. I know the toys are not painted as well as their movie counterparts, but I just feel like this pattern just does not work for Echo. And the other big issue is the shape of the head. This is the old crested raptor head that we've seen on a lot of the older figures, and that is not the head shape for Echo. If you look at this new Savage Strike Charlie, it has a much more Jurassic World looking raptor head. And the weird part is, these two figures both have the same attachment point. Like, it's pretty much the same neck joint. I just think it would have been a good idea if Mattel used this Charlie head, which was also used for the Savage Strike Blue, and used it on this Echo figure. I think it would look a lot better. I don't mind Mattel reusing this older mold to give a little bit of variation in this new Raptor squad that they're building, but they definitely could have used that much better Raptor head off Charlie instead of this older crested looking head. So let's just do a couple quick measurements. This figure is from tip of the tail to tip of the snout about 7 3/4 inches long, and at the top of the head right here about 2 3/4 inches tall. Now, the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Velociraptors, we all know they are much larger in the movies than they were in real life. They are estimated to be between 10 and 16 feet long, so using that measurement, that'll put this figure somewhere in the 115 to the 124 scale range. All right, let's zoom in and take a closer look at some of the finer details on this figure. And like I said, just that head shape does not work for the Jurassic World Velociraptors. This works much better for the JP3 style Raptors. The eye is painted almost like a neon yellow with a black pupil, which is nice that it's painted in on the Charlie figure. It's just an orange coloration, and the pupil color is just a green plastic underneath. So I'm glad Mattel decided to paint the pupil in on this one. Opening the mouth, you can see the teeth are painted an off-white color, and the tongue is painted in pink. And then you have that rusty reddish color. It starts right at the top of the head right here that goes all the way down to just about the base of the tail, and then you have this very, very dark blue striping pattern on here. Then underneath the throat, the bottom jaw is cast in white plastic, and then underneath that you have some white paint that goes to just about the chest region. So all in all, it is a very well painted Velociraptor. It's a good, you know, generic, you know, just random Velociraptor color, but like I keep saying, this does not remind me of Echo at all. And then going down to the hands, you can see the front claws are not painted. I really wish Mattel would stop painting these claws black. It will look a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, I can easily just get a brush and just paint these in, which I actually might start doing. And then going down to those giant oversized feet, because this is the jumping action feature raptor. The feet are absolutely massive on this figure. It 100% helps with stability. This figure is never going to fall over, and I love how they use that black glossy paint to give those claws this nice sheen to it. Then the legs are nicely sculpted. You got some nice muscle detail in there. Let me just focus in. And the tail just has some nice folds and wrinkles down it. So, like I said, if you have some of the older Jurassic World figures, you probably most likely definitely have this mold in your collection. All right, let's move on with articulation. This figure does not have a lot of articulation. The leg articulation is tied to the action feature, which we'll get to momentarily. But the head right here is on a hinge joint, and it allows the head to rotate 360 degrees. It can look down, it can look up a little bit, and you can turn it from side to side. The jaw can open up pretty wide, and it actually closes pretty flush with the top jaw. The arms can move forwards and backwards, and they are also on a hinge if you want to swing them out. And then that's it for the articulation. The rest of it, the legs, when you move them, they move in tandem. There's a very tight spring in here to accommodate that jumping action. So let's just move this figure off to the side right here, and let's pull our victim, John Hammond, and get this raptor to pounce on it. Just push back on the base of the tail like that, and just release. And very pathetic jump. And there we go. Actually, almost cleared John's head. So just push right here and let go. Actually, this one is probably the best jumping raptor I have. The spring is really tight in there, and that definitely got some here. The other ones, when I mess around with them, they do not jump that far. So definitely cool that the feature works really well on this one. And before I forget, here is the scan code if you want to scan Echo into the Fax app. All right, let's move on with some comparisons. First up is the old Attack Pack Echo, and it is literally a night and day difference. I was never a fan of this Attack Pack Echo. I'm not a huge fan of this crouching raptor sculpt. I think it's probably one of the ugliest raptor sculpts Mattel has put out so far, and just the paint apps on this thing were absolutely lazy. This is when, during Dino Rivals, we'll just get a lot of two-tone dinosaurs, and just look at this. Just one paint app on here, and it does not look great at all. I mean, the paint apps on this one, I keep saying, are phenomenal, but still, these two figures don't really look like Echo at all. And let's just get this old crappy Echo off to the side right here. And here it is with the Savage Strike Charlie, and here it is with the Battle Damage Blue. I absolutely love the mold on the Battle Damage Blue. I think it's the best raptor mold Mattel has put out so far, and this one right here is definitely a close second. So there is our current raptor squad. I'm sure we'll be getting a Delta figure, Savage Strike Delta figure sometime in the future to round out this version of the raptor squad. So right now I'm just using this teal raptor that came with that Target 6-pack as my stand-in for Delta until that figure eventually comes out. And here she is with some of her wave mates. Here's the Scutosaurus and Postosuchus. Both these figures were recently reviewed on the channel. And I'm still loving this Scutosaurus right here. I think it's still the best sculpted Savage Strike Mattel has ever come out with so far. It is with the Soundstrike Majungasaurus. And lastly, here it is with the Massive Biters Seats. So final thoughts on this Camp Cretaceous Echo figure. This is a great looking, just random Velociraptor. The paint scheme is absolutely fantastic on here. It's very well done. But as far as it looking as like Echo, it just really doesn't look like Echo. I really don't understand the design choice on this. And what would make things even weirder was if this is how Echo is going to look like in the Camp Cretaceous cartoon. It would just, I don't know, it just would be very bizarre to me if she did not look like her movie counterpart. She just appears in the cartoon in a totally different color scheme. So maybe on Mattel's third try at the Raptor Squad, which will probably definitely happen sometime in the future, maybe they'll get Echo right. Finally, we'll get one that is, you know, kind of looks like the movie version. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I end up ordering this whole wave from Amazon Japan, but I do have a feeling, since this wave has Camp Cretaceous figures in it, that we'll see this wave in the US relatively soon. This is a wave that's designed to market a new Jurassic World property, and I just don't see the logic in not stocking these figures to help promote and, you know, the show and sell the toys. So I do believe we'll be seeing these in the US relatively soon. So after reviewing this figure, I only have 2 more of the Savage Strikes in this wave 3 to review. And then I got some cool stuff coming in this week. I actually have a lot of stuff coming in this week. So I have a lot of new stuff that I'll be reviewing in the next couple of weeks on the channel. I'm very, very excited for that. Some of the things I've been waiting for to come from China for a very long time, and it's finally here, and I can't wait to do that review. So that will pretty much do it. As always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.